Hey everybody, it's Tyler with Gaia Force Gaming, and I am here bringing you another gameplay video from our locals at Cool Comics and Games. This was in the top cut of a Winnabox tournament. I am on the right playing Beelstar, and Gavin, a local player who's on the channel quite a bit because he does pretty well, is on the left playing Blackwargreymon. So here we're shuffling up, getting ready to play. Again, this was a local Winnabox. I did decide to go with Beelstar this week. I am having a lot of fun with Beelstar in this format. I think Beelstar still has a lot of really great options in this format, especially with Crossheart getting nerfed with the ban list. A lot of people aren't main decking the play cost reduction anymore. So I just opened with a Sistermon Blanc, discarding a Happy Bullet to draw 2. Gavin opens over here with the Cool Boy, grabbing a piece, and of course having that Agumon in the back and playing a tie, memory setter tie. I take a pot shot into security and play another Blanc, dropping the Plasma Decker Drill Launcher. And I drop that scatter mode. I'm just trying to apply as much pressure as possible. I think it's very important to go fast in this matchup. Just try to push as much aggression on board as possible to make your opponent play to your speed. So here I'm just swinging, trying to get my trash filled up and lay in that tempo before he really has a chance to bring out and do anything. I go for that Eyes One in the back and do play a memory boost, getting rid of 2 7 costs. So things looking very good on my end with the way things have milled. He's deciding whether or not to raise, but he's talking about how his stack is quite an ugly stack for what he's trying to do. But he just push out and swing. Hits the memory tamer. Evolves to Blackwargreymon just to kill that tamer. Not too shabby. And here I will raise and just keep going into security. It does hit the Cool Boy. Eismon does have jamming, for those of you who don't know. And by that I mean he never dies to security when you need him to. So here I do calling, getting back 2 purple cards, resolve all my win deletion effects. I did get back the Gabumon from the stack, but do remember that the effect is Eismon's effect, so even getting back a source, you will still resolve that inheritable. I do play the Beelstar there, just, killing his board because he had the stack without protection. And he starts building back in the back. Here I really just need to find the rush card to just secure game next turn. I'm going to swing. I'm going to pop the memory boost to go to 4. Counting up the trash, we are going to play the Beelstar for 3, Nailbone back to 2, and evolve over the Eyes One for 1 with Rush. So that is game 1 to Beelstar. Here we are shuffling up to go to game 2, where I'm sure he would like me to go first. So we'll see how that goes. Like I said, guys, this matchup does it is very pressure based, as a lot of matchups are with Beelstar. You do want to lay a lot of pressure into your opponent. Here we have, I'm not sure what these lens flares are from actually, because just stationary, but we seem to be getting some weird lighting issues over here. So I do apologize for that if that is bothering anyone. Like I said, shuffling up. This was Gavin's first week playing Blackwargreymon in a while. I do think Blackwargreymon is one of those decks that just never really gets any worse. As is Beelstar, honestly. I know I can't stress this enough, but I'm having a lot of fun with Beelstar. I always have, as you guys know if you frequent the channel. Do like to play it a lot. So here I just open with the Gazi in the back, and I do play a Blanc. Really loving the Blancs in this deck just to help accelerate your game plan. Ditching a 7 cost and drawing 2. I do swing with the Gazi, as I'm not really scared of, any memory gain shenanigans, and I do play my memory setter, which will also turn on all my blue options, which, if he does have a really good stack, is going to be necessary just to burn through his protections. You want to play as many options as possible. I do that boost. Seeing a couple different cards. I do just Nailbone. I give him a ton of memory here, but again, I'm just trying to put as much pressure as I can. If he answers the board, he can answer the board. I feel like Beelstar has enough high value outs that if he does end up answering the board and putting up protection, it'll only cost me a turn or two to really deal with it. The problem here though is he does have 2 ties on board, which is really threatening, but my game plan here is if I can get him to burn his sources to protect his stack, then his security plus from the ties goes away. So something to keep in mind there. Here he is trying to decide whether he wants to pop my Tamer or my Eismon with his Blackwargreymon. He does decide on the Eismon, which there is merit to. There is a reason to pop the Eismon before it can get in that chip damage or become fuel in another way. If it's going to end up dying anyway, you might as well dictate the terms in which it gets deleted. Here I drop another Blanc, just digging a little bit, trying to get the most optimal plays. We do go into the Ogre. He is going to end up blocking, so I will resolve my effects. The Ogre does put more pressure on the opponent. Really like it as a 1-of tech. You get to discard the card to get the Sec Plus, and if it survives this to the second check, it's just all gas, no brakes. We do play the Beelstar, just Kaida's Breathing, just to get rid of those sources. So now, no security plus anymore, which is very important to survive the turn. He's trying to retaliate with this pressure. He has to control board though, so he's going to swing over that Beelstar and unsuspend. Oh, excuse me, and just start up another stack over here. Do we see him swing again and give up the potential to block on his turn? He does, just to clear board. Has to see my trash, so I spread it out for him. And he just starts a 3rd stack, but in the back protected. Very good. Here, I don't have the greatest trash, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have a fly bullet or targeted removal, I just have the bounce, which isn't the best, but it's not terrible. So that time it does resolve, I do get the bounce, and then here I will fly bullet, or I mean happy bullet, get rid of the 2nd stack, just end on the 2 Beelstars. He goes for the Agumon, grabbing the Greymon X, goes into the Greymon X, and then into a Metal Greymon in the back. Here you're going to see me go aggressive into his security, see how close we can get to ending the game. I don't have the rush yet, I don't believe, so I'm just kind of digging, seeing. I do have the Death Claw to kill my Eismon and kill this Agumon. We are trashing some stuff. Not getting the best things to trash, but my trash is already pretty full, and now I do have that fly bullet in there, which isn't too bad. And we are going to call in, just getting back to Beelstar. Thinking about what my second target's going to be. At first I say Eismon, and then when I look through my trash I see that there's a Beelstar. I just grab that instead, which he's cool with. Nice guy. Thank you, Gavin, for not being a stickler. And we do end the turn by playing another Beelstar, popping out that Nailbone to drop Gazi, and I believe, yep, the Eismon. So he does push up. He does have that Blackwargreymon, as we know. First he's going to go into the Metal Greymon X, just go over that stack a little bit, into the Blackwargreymon. We're going to see him pop the Tamer, swing into the Beelstar, and he does use the Crimson Blaze, just to white board. So you draw 3, discard 2 for the Eismon effect. And here we are going to think a little bit, look at my options, and here is actually a silly thing for me. I do fly bullet it, and he gets rid of some sources. Then I play another Beelstar just to fly bullet it and get rid of his sources. Here, I don't realize that he is no longer a blocker because he had to get rid of the source. So I just Def X, and then he points out there by pointing, he's like, you could have just swung with that, but that's game anyway. So good games to Gavin. I did a kind of goof there. I could have, swung because it wasn't a blocker anymore. But it just goes to show you in the heat of the moment, it is easy to tunnel vision. And as I've said before, I am very susceptible to a little bit of tunnel vision. But that is the game. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your continued support. Like, comment, and subscribe, and you'll see more gameplay videos coming up soon. Love you guys. Bye.